Okay, operation number 2 on the 3 round parts, which are the Titan 3M, the 5M, and the 6M. These are all going to be duplicate. So we got first operation. Let me close this up and simulate. And I'm just going to go right to the end. And we're left with, let me just change the color to material. We're left with this big chunk of material on the bottom. Okay. These settings are pretty good. I like by operation or by tool or by comparison. Comparison is actually comparing to the model. So depending how good your graphics card is, it should be all green-ish. So, all right. So we want to machine off the blue stuff. So we're going to go to operation 2. So I'm actually going to rename this right now, Op2. I know which one it is now. So what we do is, on the setup, let me go edit my setup. I'm going to turn it upside down, right like that. So its bottom view is facing up. Now you can actually save these views here. If you want to just save like that view right there, you can just say new name view and it saves it. You can rename these. So if I can actually have all these views, like this is the bottom facing me, this is an isometric bottom, and this is the view I just saved. In this case, Fusion seems to remember where the orientation is, and this is like upside down home position. Because I said it already, but you're going to have to flip it around to begin with. So in this case, we're going to use the center of the round object. That's going to be model box point and the top of the finished material. So if we're looking at it from the bottom view facing us, model box point, not model origin actually seems to align to it, and not stock box point. This would be incorrect. We want to be aligned to the model. So I'm going to do model box point, or model origin would work. Oops, sorry, that's upside down now. That would not work. All right, model box point right there. I'm going to select the middle. And stock, we're going to use the same 40 thou all around. I'm sorry, I think it was really actually 25. Yeah, that becomes 2 inches. And we're going to flip it around so we have 230 on the top. And we're going to put negative 750 for the bottom. That'll give us pretty good simulation. And you also want to number your program number different, 1002. And I got it ready at Titan 3M Operation 2 with my initials. And we're using WCS2, which will align us to G55. Alright, so that setup is done. Alright, so every time you change something, you got to re-simulate, or regenerate, I'm sorry. Alright, we want to do multiple cuts on the second side. You can also copy operations from the first side. That'll get you like a lot of the settings you already had set. So if I was up here, I could duplicate this right there, and right there's my duplicate. Let me close some of these up, and now I can take this and drag it down to here, down to Op2, and there it is, right down there. I already have 2 there, so let me close this one up. So I can copy the face mill and one of these chamfer mills, probably the first one. Right here, 2D chamfer, and copy that, and just all you need to do is select your geometry, because right now it still thinks it's doing bottom. So we're going to go edit, and all my tools are set. Now we're going to do top, and we're going to switch from model top to stock top because we have extra materials. It's going to be stock top pretty much all the way, except for this one. Model top's the finish line. And now we have to engage multiple depths. And the standard is 40 thousandths, and that's a pretty good starting line. And I like to turn on finishing step and make this very small, like 20 thousandths. That'll be pretty much exactly the same as the first side. And I like doing extend before retract. That'll get me multiple cutting depths. Okay. And then I would just do the chamfering. Okay, on chamfering, it's pretty much just reselect the tool and you're going to select the geometry up here. Make sure it's going in that direction. And all these, now you can go model top again because you've removed all the extra material. If you use wear compensation, that'll get you your G41 settings. You can see right in there, it says right in your description, outputs G41. So you want to either, on these settings, you want to use in computer or wear. Do not use in control or inverse wear. Those are bad settings. In computer or wear. And the linking, I would leave that all alone. This is sort of horizontal lead in, and the size of your chamfer is dictated by this. So if you actually have a described chamfer and you pick the inside line, I would make this 0. If you don't have like this does not have a modeled chamfer, then I would add a little bit. That'll give you your side cut. Alright, so then we post this together. And post. Get our classic mill file. And everything's set up here because I don't have to rename any of this. Hit post. 1002, going to save that one. And we could do this one. And I'm also going to add on how to do 2 operations at once, and I'll use this for an example. Because later on we're going to do how do we do multiple operations in one program instead of 2 separate programs. That's actually something that's on the certification test. Okay, where's our G code here? It seems to be a little sluggish today. I don't see anything. Alright, we can bypass that. Oh, there it comes now. Here we go. Bring this over. Okay, I review this. This has got my school. I got tool 1 and 4. That's good. That's all the same. We don't renumber the second operation. We can use the same tools. Once we renumbered first operation, then we're pulling tools out of the first operation so we can redo this. I'm always reviewing this G55. And if you notice this, it's starting and it's going to chop its way down, and the last cut is going to be Z0. That's the last one. And notice I had 40 inches a minute and the last one was 20 inches a minute, so I could slow down on the last one. And then the chamfer mill's got all the RPMs, it's the same as the first operation. So it's a pretty short program. And then we can talk about adding engraving. Okay, talk to you later.